So let's just move on further toward the question number 2, which says that we have to construct a particular triangle having the sides is 5, 6, 7 centimeter, and then we have to draw another triangle whose sides are 7 by 5 of the corresponding sides of the first triangle. So this is actually nothing but the second situation. This is the second situation in which the sides of the triangle that we have to form is 7 by 5 of the corresponding sides of the triangle. So actually 7 by 5 is nothing but greater than 1. So whenever the ratio that is 7 by 5 comes greater than 1, it means the triangle would be the larger one. Means the triangle that would be constructed is nothing but the larger one. It is nothing but the larger one. So let's just form this triangle. So first of all, we have to construct the triangle with the sides as 5, 6 and 7 centimeter. So let us suppose if I am first of all taking AB as nothing but 5 centimeter. I am taking AB as nothing but 5 centimeter. So my very first step of construction involves I am taking AB as nothing but 5 centimeter. So let us suppose if I am drawing or I am writing the steps of the construction related with it one by one over here as well. So the very first step is draw a line segment AB is equal to 5 centimeter. AB is equal to 5 centimeter, and then taking A and B, taking A, B as centers, mark an arc of 6 centimeter and 7 centimeter and form a triangle. We also already know that whenever the sides of the triangle are given to us, then how we can form a triangle. So using A as a center with the help of the compass, I am marking an arc over here. So let us suppose if I am marking an arc over here in this manner, and using B as a center, again I am marking an arc of 7 centimeter. So 6 centimeter from A, and B from B a 7 centimeter arc. So let us suppose that arc is nothing but this. Now let us suppose I am joining this particular triangle in such a manner. So let us suppose I am joining this with this. Let us suppose this. So again this is nothing but my triangle, which is nothing but ABC. This is nothing but my triangle A, B and C. Now let's just move on further, and the next step would be like, the step number 2 would be like draw a ray. We have to draw a ray which is nothing but a ray which is called as a BX. Draw a ray BX and draw a ray BX and locate. As we know that among 7 and 5, 7 is greater. So locate 7 points on it. That is A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6 and A7, which are all equal. So I am skipping that part. So let us suppose if I am drawing a ray over here, that will form an acute angle with this, such that I am locating the 7 arcs over here. So let us suppose this is my first one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So let us suppose I am calling it as A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6 and A7. So these are my 7 arcs. Now again the next step would be like, remember all these are equal to each other. Let us suppose if I'll write it, that is AA1 is equal to A1, A2 is equal to, all are equal to each other, and so goes on. Let us suppose I'm writing this. So as this is nothing but the second situation kind of a construction, so in this type of a construction we do not have to join the last arc and the B point, because we know that the triangle that should be formed is outside this triangle, because that triangle would be larger than this triangle. So it means that we have to join the second ratio. The second ratio means we have to join the 5, that is A5 and B together. We do not have to join A7 and B, because the triangle that should be formed is nothing but bigger than this one. So it means we have to go outside this region. So the next step is nothing, we have to join the A5, we have to join the A5 and B. So let us suppose I am joining A5 and B all together. So this is A5 and this is my B. So let us suppose I am joining it in a solid way. So the next step step is nothing but like join BA5, and again and draw a line parallel to BA5 from A7 of equal measure. Always remember the measure should be equal. So again we have to measure this particular angle using the help of the compass, and using the help of the compass measure this particular angle. So let us suppose I am constructing an arc over here which is equivalent to this one, and then I will measure this particular arc using the help of the compass, and let us suppose I am marking an arc over here. And again using A7, let us suppose this is my arc. Using A7 I have to draw a line which would come parallel to this line. So let us suppose this is my line which is actually coming parallel to this line. So this is my line which is coming parallel to this, which is exactly coming parallel to this line, and let us suppose I have extended this into this formation. And the next step of mine would be like we have to extend AB. At this particular point. We have to extend AB till this particular line such that they both will intersect each other. So we are extending this line. Such that they both will intersect each other at any particular point B dash. So my fourth step would be like extend AB to B dash such that we will have B dash A7 is nothing but parallel to BA5. We have to extend AB towards B dash in such a manner that this should come parallel to this one, and hence using this concept again we are moving on further toward the step number 5, and that would be like we have to measure this particular angle. What would be that particular angle? And using that we have to draw an angle over here. Let us suppose I am measuring this, and that would be nothing but this again, and I will draw a particular line which would become parallel to this one, which would become exactly parallel to this line, like this, such that their angles are also equal. So this is my line such that this angle and this angle should be equal to each other, and wherever I am extending it, let us suppose if I'll extend this AC further, towards the AC dash, towards this, then that point of intersection would be nothing but called as C dash. And hence AC dash B dash is nothing but my required triangle. So the next step of construction would be like, let us suppose if I'm writing it over here, the next step of construction would be like measure the angle or draw an angle C dash B dash A equal to the angle CBA such that C dash B dash should be parallel to CB, and both of these angles are equal to each other. And then the next step would be like we have to extend AC to C dash, and the next step would be like extend AC to C dash such that the triangle AC dash B dash is the required triangle. Now let us suppose if we just wanted to give the justification for this, let us suppose if we are starting with the justification of this, that how it is coming out to be 7 by 5, So let us suppose I am starting with the triangle, with these two triangles, that is triangle AA5B and the triangle AA7B dash. Let us suppose if I am starting with a justification of this one, and I am taking the triangle in triangle A A5B and triangle AA7B dash, we know that first of all angle A is equal to angle A is common, angle A is equal to angle A is nothing but common, and we know that, let us suppose I am calling this as angle 1 and angle 2. I am calling this as angle 1 and angle 2, and we know that angle 1 is also is equal to angle 2. We can say by construction, or we can also say that the line BA5 is actually parallel to B dash A7. So if the lines are parallel to each other, then these lines should be, or these angles should be equal, because they would be called as the corresponding angles, or we can also say they are nothing but the corresponding angles. So if they are the corresponding angles, they are equal to each other. It implies that by angle criteria, the triangle AA5B should be similar to the triangle AA7B dash. That would imply that AA5 by we can say that AA7 is nothing but is equal to AB, is nothing but is equal to AB by AB dash, AB by AB dash. So we know that AA5 by AA7 is actually nothing but of the form 5 by 7. It is actually of the form 5 by 7. So if I'll take the reciprocal of it, let us suppose if I'm taking the reciprocal of it, so this would be AB dash by AB is nothing but is equal to 7 by 5. This is nothing but is equal to 7 by 5 if I'm taking the reciprocal of it. Now let us suppose if I'm moving on further toward the triangle, this one and this one. So let us suppose if I'm giving the justification over here. So again we can say that in the triangle ACB and the triangle AC dash B dash, first of all these two lines are actually parallel to each other. So if they are parallel to each other, so this angle and this angle should be equal to each other, because they will form the corresponding angle. Let us suppose this is 3 and this is 4. So angle 3 is equal to angle 4, because they would be the corresponding angle. Let us suppose if I'll write the corresponding angles only. So these angles are equal, and further the angle A is common. Angle A is equal to angle A, which is nothing but common. So by the angle criteria, triangle ACB should be equal to the triangle, similar to the triangle AC dash B dash. This is angle criteria. So if they are similar to each other, so their corresponding sides ratio should be also equal to each other, which means that, let us suppose I'll write it over here, which means that AC by AC dash should be is equal to AB by AB dash. Let us suppose if I'll take the reciprocal of it, this would be AC dash by AC, which is equal to AB dash by AB. And from the equation number 1, we know that AB dash by AB is actually nothing but is equal to 7 by 5. It is nothing but actually is equal to 7 by 5. So it means that AC dash by AC is equal to AB dash by AB, which is equal to 7 by 5. And further we can also say that BC by B dash C dash means B dash C dash divided by BC is also is equal to AC dash by AC, which is also is equal to AB dash by AB, which is nothing but is equal to 7 by 5. And from this ratio you can say that they are nothing but 7 by 5 of the smaller triangle. Their sides are nothing but 7 by 5 of the smaller triangle. So this is nothing but all about the construction of such kind of a triangle. Whenever the ratio is nothing but greater than 1, always remember the triangle should be the larger one than the triangle that is given to us. So this is all about this question.